Birds do it. Bees do it. Hey, even fleas do it. Let's do it. Let's go live.
We are live.
We are live. Huzzah!
And the video just started playing. You started singing at the very correct moment.
Excellent. Well, glad to know that worked out.
Your timing was impeccable.
Well, you know, me being a comedian. Man, speaking of women in comedy, there was a discussion on Twitter today about, like, somebody resurrected Christopher Hitchens' shitty screed about why women aren't funny and are basically biologically incapable of being funny. Yeah, fuck Christopher Hitchens. But what was really crazy to me is that a bunch of people were talking about him like he's still alive, and I'm like, did he turn into a lich while I wasn't looking or something? Because you guys are talking about him a lot in the present tense, and he's been dead for a minute. Like,
I was gonna say it's been a while too.
Is he literally like his skull? Is his skull sitting on a pile of dust? Are its teeth made of gems with people's souls trapped inside? Because, I mean,
I sort of hope so, but mostly hope not.
Right, yeah, I know. It's one of those, like, well, it'd be cool if there was a lich in the world, but I wouldn't want it to be Christopher Lichens.
Fox News!
Woo! Fox News! Bam, bam, bam. Oh, wow, what have I done?
Oh, Christopher Lichens.
We could have that be the title of the episode.
We haven't started the podcast yet.
Oh, that's true. I'm thankful for Christopher Lichens.
Oh.
And people will be like, Christopher Likens? She's mispronouncing lichen.
Oh, man. Okay. Tom and Josh are here because, of course, they are.
Huzzah.
Huzzah.
Have you sent out a tweet?
I just did.
Just a twat?
I got twits.
A twat. Have you sent out a tweet?
I can hear us.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
I can.
You can't, though.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Oh, that takes me back. Like, you know, we could always recycle that material.
I mean, why not?
It's true. Some people that I know still know all the lyrics to that shit.
Some people that you know.
Some people that I know and perhaps have sex with.
Some people that I know still, when they hear The Little Mermaid, can't sing the correct lyrics anymore. It's ruined for her.
Ah, I see. Asking for a friend?
Yeah, exactly. My very favorite line is, I don't know when, I don't know how, but I won't be upstaged by this cow.
That was inspired, wasn't it?
It's like, it might be my favorite line you've ever written.
Oh, thank you.
It makes me so happy.
So Josh says that Christopher Likens sounds like the new character follow-up to David S. Pumpkins. I agree.
Only more terrifying.
Well, I mean, sure. He's
only slightly more terrifying, but more terrifying.
Got, like, lichens in place of body hair.
That is weird.
Yep.
Okay, Rissy.
Yes?
Did you check your audio?
Yes, I did.
Fantastic.
Ha 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 ha.
And I am getting my audio recording ready, and I think I am good. That looks good. Okay. So that's ready to roll as soon as we are ready to roll. The chat is so quiet tonight. It's almost like tomorrow is a holiday.
Right? The wind blows cold through the chat room tonight. That's all right. It's all right.
Let's see. I'm trying to... Okay, there we go. I usually just have so much going on. I, like, cannot get through all the shit I need to do and, like, retweets and stuff.
Retweets!
But this week, I was kind of on top of my game. I had that tweet ready to go already.
Oh, shit! I'm looking forward to telling my fun story. You should check the show notes.
Oh, I haven't even looked.
Elvis is asking, what holiday? What holiday indeed, Elvis? What holiday indeed?
The one where we killed all the indigenous people by poisoning them with their own corn.
Wait, what?
I'm pretty sure that's how it happened.
I don't... never mind.
I'm almost certain that is, like, pretty accurate.
I'm pretty sure you've lived in Texas too long. And the things in your history books have seeped into your brain. We may have to kill you now. I'm very sorry. But if you turn into a creationist, I am putting a bullet in your brain.
Bullet in the brain pan. Squish. That's a Firefly reference.
Okay. Man, it's been a minute since Firefly was out.
Serenity specifically. Nope. No, I think it's actually the TV show. Who can remember?
Ah, yes. Josh is saying that after I move to Canada, I can celebrate 2 Thanksgivings. It's true. They have theirs like a month earlier than we do. Actually, more than that. Because their growing season is a lot shorter than ours.
Is that why? It's not like...
Well, yeah, for them, it's like a harvest festival kind of thing. Huzzah! The harvest festival!
Don't come.
Don't come! Get some cheese and a social disease at the harvest festival! Huzzah! I don't know if there are any Renaissance festivals in Canada. Because, like...
Oh, man, there have to be, right?
Well, I mean, you would think, but also Canada is like a weird version of England. Does England throw Renaissance festivals, or do you just go to the Globe Theatre?
That is a really interesting question. Or is it like in England? Because you know how like every major city in the United States has like old pioneer town that kids go to for like to learn about the Old West and shit. Maybe
Williamsburg.
Maybe that's just what they have overseas in the UK specifically, is just like a kid-friendly Renaissance festival.
Right. I mean, I would love to go to a kid-friendly version of the Tower of London. That would be the tits.
I mean, the kids gotta learn at some point.
Right. Yeah. I have no idea if Renaissance festivals are a thing in England. I always go back to what my friend Gareth likes to say about this, which is Renaissance festivals are an amazingly accurate historical depiction of American suburban life in the 1980s.
Oh, that is horrifying and probably pretty accurate.
Yeah.
So gross.
But yeah, I mean, there is an SCA in Canada, so they do have that at least. So you can go camping and people will try and initiate you into their polyamory circle or whatever. Like,
but is there only one SCA across all of Canada?
That I don't know. So it would be one kingdom. That they have kingdoms. Kansas City is occupied by the Kingdom of Calontir. And you have to fight to be the king. Like, they have never had a queen by right of arms, apparently. The queen is, I guess, whoever the king is fucking.
I mean, seems legit. Okay, how's our chat looking? Okay, we got people filtering in. I mean, it's only 8:05, so people were probably surprised because we were a couple of minutes early.
Right.
it's especially shocking because Amanda's not here and we were still a couple of minutes early.
Right, yeah. Well, thankfully everyone's gone from the office, so it's very easy for me to set up shop and whatnot.
Yeah, well, I didn't have to go to work today, so I had all day to fuck off and didn't have to like race home and race the clock at that point. So
that's do you know about the band Alabama? They are just as shitty as the state.
Does every state have a band? Because I know like Kansas.
Kansas. I don't think there's a band called Michigan. I could be wrong.
I mean, there might be, and you just don't know about it. But okay, go on. Was it?
So there's a band called Alabama. I swear to God, there's a segue coming, and it's gonna blow your fucking mind.
Should we save it for the actual podcast?
Okay, let's do that because it's a musical segue.
Okay, because when you're setting up to blow my fucking mind, I feel like it should be preserved for all.
Oh my God, Hemant is here.
Hemant, I miss him.
My God.
I haven't seen him since we accidentally were at the airport at the same time, and I got to meet his adorable baby.
Aw.
And super cute wife.
Aw. Now, but the baby's for eating, right?
Well, obviously.
I mean, we're all atheists here. Hemant, so I did find a way to escape. I'm marrying a Canadian, not for the purpose of escaping.
She says that for legal purposes.
Come on, we started dating when Trump was still a punchline. It wasn't even gonna be a thing, and then we entered the darkest timeline.
Oh God, wasn't that so cute? Wasn't that
remember?
So cute?
Yeah.
Ugh. Back in the day when we thought Trump was a joke.
Yep. That was a nice feeling.
How do we go back?
The baby spawned in too. Oh no!
Is the second baby arrived? I need pictures.
How was Babby formed?
Send me pictures on the Facebooks
of Babby form.
Of formed Babby. Okay.
And congrats back at ya. I do love it when good people form babbies.
God, I know. Like, there's so many people who are not procreating for many, many reasons. And I'm just like, I feel like some of us should bite the bullet. I'm really glad that Hemant and Courtney did it. So.
Yes. so very glad. Oh my God. So glad. I mean, I would be totally cool with reproducing if I could do it asexually and then like dump my tadpole into a tank with some educational videos and a lot of algae for like 25 years.
That was super weird. Like super weird.
What?
I'm just saying.
Like if I really wish that we as humans that we weren't placental mammals, that we had a feeding stage, right? Where like tadpoles, so they have to eat and eat and eat enough to mature fully. So they just lay his eggs and they hatch and then they eat all the algae in the tank, right? And then they can turn into froggies. So wouldn't it be cool if we like pooped out human tadpoles and they ate and you just literally kept them in a tank? And then, I mean, I guess maybe it could be like they just eat enough until there's a baby. Or maybe we could go full tilt, like they eat and eat and eat, and then there's like a fully like grown human being in the tank. And you're like, that's my kid. He's a good boy. He eats his algae.
I mean, I feel like if anyone could make it happen, it's probably you freaking weirdo. And oh my God, this baby is so cute. Oh, I just died.
Careful, Blythe. Your ovaries are going to jump right out of your body.
Oh, you don't even know. They do all the time. I ignore them.
That's good. That's when your ovaries start whispering, you know you want one.
Oh, shit. My ovaries started whispering when I turned 30. For sure.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that baby rabies. And you're just like, nah.
Okay. Pull up your audio equipment.
Yes.
I think we are ready to officially get started.
Hi, Wayne!
All right. Are you hovered over the record button?
I am.
Okay, me too. Here we go. Clicking on in 1, 2, 3. Booyah. And I think we clicked at approximately the same time. So that'll make my job easier when this is all said and done. Okay, so show notes exist somewhere on my computer. There they are. I do got them. All right, Rissy, if you are ready, I am ready.
I am ready.
Okay.
Ready, I has them.
Hello, and welcome to a special Thanksgiving episode 67 of the Dork Pridecast. My name is Blythe.
My name is not Amanda. It is Rissy. And we make up 2/3 of a comedy group called the Damsels of Dorkington. And this is our podcast, which is also funny, depending on how much you like turkey jokes and settler colonialization junks. Junks?
Junks.
Or if you were drunk. My brain skipped ahead to drunk, or if you are drunk, that would be funny. And then settler colonial junks is what came out. And this, well, now it's a feminist discussion.
I mean,
huzzah!
If you like the buttocks region of colonialists, then you came to the right place.
Right? Or they're junk, right?
Right. Like their blankets, for instance, which may or may not.
No, we don't want those. We want none of those.
I'm just saying.
Do not want.
They might come with bonuses, diseases and whatnot. Hi.
Oh, hi.
Tomorrow is Thanksgiving, for those of you who do not know. Or if you're listening to this later and you're like, bitch, it's February. Well, fuck you. You should have got on board earlier. Just kidding. Welcome. We are missing Amanda this week. She is in forced family time. She's not that sad about it. But as we've established on previous podcasts, she does come from a lovely Mormon family. So there are certainly aspects of her Thanksgiving I'm sure she's enjoying, like such as the no alcohol portion.
You know, I'm pretty sure that at Mormon Thanksgiving you have to fill your special undergarments with the stuffing.
I mean, whatever works for you. You just gotta get a camelback in the form of a bra.
Right. Wait, so what do Scientologists do at Thanksgiving? Do they, like, get around and say prayers to Xenu and shit? We thank thee, Xenu, for our operating thetan levels. God bless Tom Cruise.
God. They probably all just think about how much they hate the woman from King of Queens. God, her name is
Leah Remini?
Yeah, how much they hate her, and they try to send out waves to kill her with their brains, because that's what scientists believe, right? That's one of the things.
Scientologists, not scientists. I don't know of any scientists or Scientologists.
Scientologists, they're practically
same thing.
They both believe in Dianetics.
Yes. Wayne Walls. Sorry, pilgrims are suppressive people. Yes, that's why the Scientologists have been working to get them all.
Oh, I love it.
Org. Everything about Scientology is the weirdest shit ever. So Josh is saying, hey, Rissy, in honor of Thanksgiving, do you want to tell the gravy story? And I'm like, story is?
I don't either.
Are you sure this is me and not my clone that has this story?
You know your clone is also you, right?
What?
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 I don't think you know how clones work, Blythe. We look exactly alike, but we're not actually the same person.
Oh, okay. I guess you schooled me, you Scientologist.
You're a suppressive person, Blythe. I'm gonna lock you up on Sea Org.
Oh, man. No, Ross and Carrie has some really good Scientology episodes when they join Scientology. It is so delightful.
Like pretty much any episode of anything focused on Scientology is gonna be a good one, because that shit is complete cuckoo bananas. So, okay, Josh is saying there was a story about a friend telling you something while you were eating mashed potatoes, trying to be vague to not ruin it. This is not ringing any bells at all.
That is...
Oh, no, wait, that one! That story! There was no actual gravy. It was semen.
What?
Remember the story? The story from back when I was starting to date the evil gnome.
Okay.
Lick my balls, lick my balls. Thank you.
Oh,
that gnome.
I know which gnome. I just
and his ex, who wasn't really his ex at the time, they were still kind of seeing each other. But I didn't know that. Tried to scare me away. And
I think I blocked all of this out because it's all Renfest crazy people.
It is Renfest crazy shit. And so she invited me over to her house, and she was like, "Let's hang out, and I'll make chicken for dinner and mashed potatoes." And I'm like, "I'll bring fresh green beans." And it was gonna be a fun girls' night to hang out. And then she was like, "Okay, you're not allowed to date this person. You're not allowed to date the gnome, and this is why." And she proceeds to tell me in graphic detail about their sexual escapades, one of which involved a lot of semen, and where it was placed. And this all happened at the Renaissance Festival.
Yeah, I definitely blocked this out.
Yeah, that's, yeah. Yeah, like, so it was just very bad timing that I was consuming the mashed potatoes and, yeah, any juices at this exact
That's the one
moment.
thing I'm making tomorrow. Why did you have to ruin it?
It's not my fault. Blame
It's
Josh.
Josh's fault.
It is Josh's fault.
Ugh.
That should be a quote for the highlights. It wasn't gravy. It was semen.
Oh, I'm sure that'll make the cut. I do, speaking of crazy things and crazy people, did you see the article of the gentleman who has made his own rocket ship from scrap metal and is launching said rocket with him inside of it for the first time on Saturday?
Oh, yeah. And, you know, he's done something similar before.
Yeah.
And apparently he had to use a walker for 2 weeks afterwards.
That's what I read in one article, but then 2 other articles I read said he had to recover for like 3 days, and it was from the force of gravity, like the G's that he experienced.
Right.
So there seems to be just some discrepancy there, and I'm not sure which
he was
is accurate.
injured. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, I don't, that's one of those, like, putting yourself in a metal tube and making it explode to generate enough force to boost you into the atmosphere is not something for amateurs to do. Yeah, but no, apparently flat earthers believe that not only is the earth is flat, but it's surrounded by ocean ice that holds everything in.
That's right. I mean, obviously, what else?
So that's what he's going to take pictures of, I guess?
I don't think he's intending to do that on this ride, is he? I thought
oh wait, or is this the test for like he wants to raise more money and then go all the way up into space? But he also mentioned he might go up in a balloon and then jetpack himself into space if he can't get another rocket built.
Okay, I did not read that part.
Yeah, there's one part where he wants to float himself up. I'm like, dude, you cannot survive in the atmosphere that way without a suit on. You can read about have you not read the right stuff? Like, for fuck's sake.
My favorite quote was when he said, "I don't believe in science. I understand aerodynamics and something else." And he was like, "But that's not science. That's just formulas. There's no difference between science and science fiction."
Oh, yeah. Wow. That's great. Marion brings up the point he's going for 1,800 feet, which is nothing. It's true, but he wants this to be kind of like, I guess, a proof of concept thing. And actually go into space. But his plan to go into space is even crazier because, again, he apparently wants to do it with balloons and a jetpack.
Oh, fucking flat earthers. Like, so crazy. But hey, good on him for trying to, because their theory is incredibly testable.
Right, it's true. It's true. Generally at the expense of some lives, I would predict, but yes.
Right, so, but it seems like you could totally test this theory very easily, so I'm glad that someone is finally doing it, but others have pointed out, like, well, if he dies, then the Illuminati got to him, and is what they'll say. And if he comes back and goes, oh, we were wrong all along, then the Illuminati got to him. And so it's like, you can't reason with these people.
Nor should you try. They should be herded into a rocket and shot into the sun.
Okay, Rissy. Next, you're going to be telling me that gay people need to be...
Why? Gay people aren't stupid.
I know. I'm kidding. Oh, my gosh.
And there's amazing shit happening in the chat right now. Marianne goes, deuces! Jetpack. Deuces indeed.
I would definitely pay to have the Damsels of Dorkington logo on his jetpack.
Right. Oh, shit. Oh, maybe he will take corporate sponsors. He's
raising the money. So.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God. And Josh brings up, isn't trying to launch what is essentially a missile some kind of legal issue? I kind of wonder about that myself. I wonder if 1,800 feet is low enough that he doesn't have to worry. But you'd think that anything much higher than that, right? There would be laws.
That's interesting. I hadn't actually thought of that, but surely there are.
I mean, surely there are rules about just launching yourself into space. I mean, I assume if it just happens, then it happens. But like, if you're planning on doing it and announcing it to the world, that like somebody could like come and shut you down, like. As Leaf says, Leaf Hassel says, so this is just a self-nomination for the Darwin Awards. Yep, yeah, that seems about the right of it. Yeah, like, and we should all be grateful.
I can't imagine this ending well. Like, I can't. So,
no.
I mean,
because I mean, what kind of landing gear does he have? Is this thing going to release a parachute once he's up in the air? And 1,800 feet that's a pretty low height. It's not base jumping exactly, but it's still pretty low.
Yeah, it's not nothing, but it's also like not skydiving.
Oh, Tom Silk says FAA controls airspace from 500 feet up, so it would be in controlled airspace.
Huh.
That's lower than I thought. And Justin says the Illuminati will shut you down.
They don't want you to know.
Right. So yeah, I do wonder about the legality of this. I really do wonder how the fuck he will survive. Like, how's that thing gonna fucking safely land?
I know. It took Elon Musk like 5 tries to get one of his rockets to land properly without.
Oh wait, maybe. Okay. So this guy, what if there's an amazing story hiding underneath? What if this guy isn't a flat earther at all? What if he's trying to fake his own death? And he's actually not going to go up in his own rocket. He's going to put a bunch of hamburger and some of his teeth in there. And then when it lands, people are like, oh, he's dead. There's nothing but meat and these convenient teeth that will identify him. And then he'll be free.
Plus, he got other people to fund this. So it's brilliant. Oh, man. I hope that's what's happening.
Well, me too, because that would be way more interesting than just flat earth people being stupid. But yeah, I would love it if he was totally trolling flat earthers or just using them so that he could fake his own death.
That'd be
like, well, so we found like a cow tongue in here. Maybe he ate it right before takeoff. Full.
This vial of blood magically survived. I don't understand why there was a vial of his blood in here. Oh, man. Rissy, we should talk about what we came here to talk about.
That's true, which is the fact that Illuminati lizard people are secretly running the government, and the only man who can save us is David Icke.
I don't know who that is, but please help us, David Icke. You're our only hope.
David Icke is, imagine a sports journalist, imagine a respected sports reporter.
I can't imagine such a thing.
In England, so he's British. Imagine that he calls for a big press conference and you're like, oh man, some really cool news is going to happen. And what he announces is so my wife and I have been listening to a lot of crystals and have come to the conclusion that the world is secretly run by a cabal of shape-shifting lizard alien people.
He's been watching way too many YouTube videos.
Well, this was before the advent of YouTube. This was back in the 90s.
Okay. I can't believe I don't know about this.
Yeah. Oh God, David Icke is so hilarious. Oh Lord.
Okay. I know what I'm going to be doing as soon as this podcast is over.
and he'll like try to say, it's like, oh, you're David Icke. You're the one who says that the world is run by lizard people. I don't say that. Only he does say that. Like
he literally said that.
But he looks at camera significantly. He literally said there were lizard people. So Princess Di was not a lizard person, and that's why the House of Windsor had to have her murdered, because she
snuck her way in there.
I guess, like, because I'm like, wouldn't they just have married Charles off to another lizard person? I don't get the reasoning here, but whatever. Like,
why would he have, if he were truly a lizard person, why would he have wanted to marry her in the first place? It doesn't make any sense.
Can lizards and humans form Babby?
How is Babby formed?
How is lizard Babby formed?
I certainly do not know. Oh, so weird.
Yes, that's what we're here to do.
Yes, that's true. David Icke, he's our new patron saint of the Damsels of Dorkington. No, we're here to be thankful.
Yes, we are here to be thankful. In our pants.
In our pants. We are going to thank everyone inside of our pants and outside of our pants. So,
how many people do you have in your pants?
Listen, it's a bit of a clown car in here. Wait, does inside of my vagina count?
Oh, obviously, your vagina is in your pants.
Technically. Depending on the day.
Right.
Anyway, but yes. No, we just wanted to go ahead and get together and say thank you to some people. Basically all the people. If you're listening to this, we want to thank you because you're here at all.
Even if you're only listening to it to beat it to the sound of our melodious voices, we thank you for that. We thank you for jerking it, for churning that hog.
Don't tell us about it, but thank you. We appreciate it. But not enough to want to hear about it / see it. So don't do that.
Yeah.
Although Rissy and Amanda have said they want to see dicks. So maybe they I guess I shouldn't speak for all of us.
Well, what I want to see more importantly is like the secret cabal meetings where guys are all showing each other their dicks.
Oh, okay. I think Amanda just wants to see dicks.
I mean, we could get, you know how they have those like edible arrangements of like fruits that you can send, like bouquets? Maybe we should send Amanda an edible dick bouquet.
We could definitely send her a bag of gummy dicks.
We could, but no, I'm thinking like something grand. Like, what if we got like flesh-colored white chocolate and made a bunch of like dicks? Maybe they could be filled with like crunchy cookies or something like that, like a Twix bar. Only it's a Dix bar. I'm a genius.
She's so proud of herself. Sure. I don't know. I just know that whenever we talk about dick pics, she is suddenly curious why people aren't sending them to her. I don't know. I'm not here to judge. Don't kink shame, Rissy. Oh no, I think she froze. That's fine. I'm just going to go on without her. That's what she would want. So it is Thanksgiving. And in the spirit of Thanksgiving, even though Amanda's not here, we just wanted to say thank you to a couple of people. And as I was mentioning previously, first of all, our fans, period, full stop. Like, we couldn't do this if no one gave a shit. I mean, I guess we could do it if no one gave a shit, but really, what would the point be? At that point, it's just called actorbation, and no one likes that. Okay, some people like it because they still do it. It's weird. Anyway, but we do it for you guys, and you seem to like it because you keep coming back for more, and we're so grateful for that. One of our recent fans, we have a lot of new fans on Facebook lately, which is awesome. But one of our recent fans is a gentleman named Keith. And we haven't posted this yet, but we're going to. Hey, Rissy's back. Okay, so There's a gentleman named
before my genius happened. The Dix bar, DIX instead of
no. We got your Dix bar.
Okay, great.
But while I'm telling this story, do me a favor and unplug your microphone and replug it back in because it's a little robot-y. And then make sure your audio equipment's still going.
Yes.
Okay, so there is a gentleman.
The internet that got disconnected, nothing else.
Sure, but if you unplug your microphone, that may cause problems. So just double check. All right, so there's a gentleman named Keith who's a recent fan, and he was apparently in the hospital for like emergency surgery. He didn't specify what. I'm grateful. I hate medical bullshit. So anyway, but he was watching our videos and enjoying them while he was in the hospital at like 6 a.m. and nurses were poking and prodding him. And he commented on a video and told us his story. And I was just so blown away. I definitely did not cry. That didn't happen like while I was sitting at work trying to make sure my coworkers didn't notice. Like that was for sure not a thing that happened. It happened. But those moments are just so, that's why we do this. But we want to take a moment to kind of like call out those things and say thank you. And we've had so many people reach out and tell us that they appreciate what we do, or that like we had a guy say that he and his wife watch together and really enjoy it. It just means so much to us. And we just want to make sure that you guys know that is as important to us as it is to you. And we appreciate it. So thank you.
Thank you. Also tell them what they've won this Sunday.
This Sunday, you've won a Drunk Pridecast. It's a holiday weekend. Rissy, disconnect and reconnect again because you're still robot-y. I don't know what the deal is. So, the Drunk Pridecast.
Oh, that's not my microphone.
Oh my God, she is so pretty. So, this Sunday, the 26th of November, I believe, it is the 26th of November at 8.
Yes.
8 Central Time. So our normal time, just on Wednesday, we're going to be drunk. We're going to be podcasting. And we hope that you will also join us. Those are exclusively, the video is exclusively for the patrons at any level. So if you're not a patron, you can become one on patreon.com. And you can be here for that live stream.
Even for $1.
Even for $1. And if you are not a patron, that's okay. We will release the audio podcast as soon as I sober up. So last time it took a couple of days.
and a highlights reel will be produced as well.
In theory.
Yes.
Well, it might be.
Well, we did it for the last one.
I know. We'll talk about it on Sunday.
Oh. Am I in trouble?
Nobody's in trouble.
Okay.
They literally take me like 4+ hours to produce. And I think 4 hours is probably being pretty, it's erring on the side of not accurate.
Sweet Jesus tits.
Yeah, and that's for every episode. And then you start throwing in drunk episodes, and that's like, I don't know how to fit it all in. So I don't know. We're gonna figure out something. Highlights episodes are not gonna stop, but we're just gonna have to figure out what we're gonna do to make it a little bit more manageable for me. I lost my. There we go. Okay. I mentioned patreon.com. And of course, we have to thank our patrons.
Yes.
They are so kick-ass. We literally wouldn't be able to perform live shows anymore without our patrons. We wouldn't have started this podcast without our patrons. They're amazing. You guys are amazing if you are a patron. So, and if you're not a patron, you totally can be. So, Rissy, who else do we want to thank?
Like quite a few people, some special helpers. Tom and Josh.
Yay!
We love you guys.
We do love you guys. Tom and Josh are in the chat moderating like every week.
Like champs.
Yeah, for sure. And they also do a little behind the scenes work that you guys don't see. They pull out like, they mark different like quotes and funny things that happen. And they timestamp all that stuff for me. So when I'm going back to make those highlights videos, I can easily find really funny places and things that happened. So they make my life easier significantly. And they take care of the chat so we don't have to pay 100% attention to that while we're doing this, which is amazing as our chat grows, which is so awesome, by the way. We've been growing a lot lately, and we really appreciate that. So
I love talking to all of you guys.
I know.
Oh my gosh. Blythe, have you read all the show notes?
No.
Okay.
I wanted to be surprised.
Oh, okay, cool. That's great. Yeah. And you know, our Facebook has been growing a lot too.
For sure. So much.
So yeah, thank you to anybody who got here from Facebook and started watching the podcast. Like, I know we've had a couple of people be like, oh, okay, you guys are insane and I'd like to watch. So thank you for giving us a chance, for letting us worm our way into your Facebook and in your lives.
Hopefully, over time, you will not be able to get rid of us at all.
We'll be in your brain laying eggs.
Gross.
Sexy, sexy eggs.
Oh, God.
You just read the show notes, didn't you?
Well, I got to the last item that we're apparently thankful for. I don't know if I'm thankful for this item. I did not put this on the list.
I don't know who did. Maybe it was Santa.
Well, I'm going to read it anyway because it's in the show notes and I have to. But guys, apparently we are thankful for improv comedy giving Rissy the strength to threaten to skullfuck someone. Ta-da! Holy shit. What?
I told you I had a fun story to share.
Please tell us how improv comedy made you like the giantest asshole.
So the thing is, like, you know, you've been in a situation where like somebody is being really horrible to you and you just can't, like, you know, you don't have the words. You're just so stunned that anybody could be so awful that you get the whole spirit of the stairway thing, l'esprit d'escalier. And you can't come up with anything until, like, you know, a month later, and you're like, I would say this to you, person, if I could go back in time. The great thing about improv is that it helps kind of like loosen things up in your brain and helps like shuck off some of those politeness filters. So over time, you are able, at least some of the time, to actually react in the moment. And when somebody is being a verbally abusive monster, you can say awesome things. So that they completely deserved.
Please tell me who was on the wrong receiving end, also known as the wrong end of your wrath.
So I live like right next to a Dunkin' Donuts in the place I'm subletting, which is awesome. So I go in there for donuts and coffee one morning, and there is a woman and her husband up at the front counter, and she is pissed about something. So, and she's occupying one of the cashiers. The other cashier comes over and starts helping me, and this woman is getting like louder and louder and louder, and she's yelling at the employee. She's like, you need to give me, you know, I need to talk to your manager while he's not here. It's a Sunday afternoon. She's like, well, you need to get another employee up here who can add, because clearly none of you can add. Like, you're clearly too dumb to add. And
they use computers. No one adds anymore. What is she talking about?
And the thing is, she was angry about some, from what I can put together, she was angry about some kind of discount or something like that. But, you know, whatever. And the, you know, cashiers, they were really, really trying their damnedest to be nice. And I've been in that situation. I literally worked in the Dunkin' Donuts for many years. And yeah, you have to put up with people being total dickbags to you. And, so this poor woman behind the counter is trying to explain that, like, no, you're wrong, like, without actually saying you're wrong. And then the woman is like, hey, just shut up, you. to, the complaining woman. And at that point I was like, hey, whoa, hey, you can't just tell people to shut up. She's like, I told her to shut up and now I'm telling you to shut up.
Oh
yeah. And so I'm like, okay. And then at that point the cashiers are like, no, it's okay, fine, whatever. And the woman is like, no, you know what, just give me my money back, I don't need your donuts, and like gets her money back and leaves. And I'm like, no, you can't just, because by that point the cashiers were like, they were pissed off on their own account, and they were like, nope, you can't tell me to shut up. Like, and I'm like, yeah, you can't do that. Like, you can't just verbally abuse people. And so she gets her donuts and leaves, and I was like, hey guys, I'm so sorry you have to deal with that. I worked in a Dunkin' Donuts. I completely sympathize. I'm so, so sorry that she was in your life for that 5 minutes or whatever. So I leave the Dunkin' Donuts, and I'm walking back to my apartment, and suddenly this SUV pulls up next to me, and the woman like leans out of the window. It's like, next time, mind your own business, bitch. And I said, oh, fuck off. And then she's like, oh, and starts making words. And so I was temporarily possessed by the spirit of Christian Bale's Batman if he was a monstrous death cult rapist, because my voice dropped about a half an octave. And what came out of me was, I'll rip your eyes out and skull fuck you to death. And then they drove away.
What? Oh my God. How far away were you from the Dunkin' Donuts by the time she pulled up next to your ass?
I was fully out of there. Like, so they actually have a parking lot and whatnot. So I was basically like, there's the parking lot, and the Dunkin' Donuts is on like the far end of it. And then there's like a street right there, which is how she pulled up. So I was a good distance away.
Wow. What a crazy person.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, but I'm like, thanks, improv. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had a good comeback. And what I ended up doing was threatening to rape someone in the face until they died.
Oh, man. That is amazing. And anyone who treats fucking cashiers of any retail store like that totally deserves that treatment. So good for you.
Exactly.
I hope
fuck all people that abuse customer service.
I hope you legitimately scared her. I hope she thought you were possessed, because that voice should not have come out. So
yeah, exactly. Especially since I'd been communicating in a normal human voice, and afterwards I was like, did that actually happen? And then I like was experimenting, and I'm like, no, yeah, I can totally make that happen. It's not one of my voices though.
Yeah.
So
I hope you go back to that Dunkin' Donuts and you tell those employees what happened.
Right. By the way, that woman pulled up right next to me and tried to threaten me, and so I told her I was gonna rip her eyes out and skull fuck her.
You should completely do that. That would make my day. Like, when I was working retail, I would have loved it if someone had told me that story, and to someone who had mistreated me.
Right. Because usually they don't have any recourse. Like,
you can't. You're being paid to not be an asshole. Which is why now these days I'm the similar way, where like if someone's treating a cashier badly, I will typically, I'll be like loudly passive aggressive, just to let them know like I'm judging you. But yeah, so I will often make sure those people know, like, you're an asshole.
Right.
I guess my comments are more aggressive. They're just not usually directed at the person. I usually make sure that...
filming people would probably work well too, actually, because it would be immediately distracting. They'd probably... I mean, the problem with that, though, is once you put a camera near somebody, they might react like a bull to a toreador and charge you.
It's going to go viral. So
that's true. Right?
It's a win-win-win for me.
If they go full Leonidas and try to kick you into a well,
worth it.
So yes, that's why I'm thankful to improv comedy. It made that possible.
I am also thankful for improv comedy. For without it, we wouldn't even fucking be here.
It's true. It's true. Marianne says, skullfuck is one thing I envy from English. Yes, English as a Germanic language is really good for making crazy compound words and like pastiches, so that's why we can have molestache and skullfuck. Romance languages don't do that so well.
Okay. Well, so
that was the fun story.
I love that story. That is certainly a good way to end the what we are thankful for section of this podcast in true damsel form. We're thankful for real things, but we're also thankful for hilarious things. As far as I'm concerned, I want to keep this short and quick, so I think we can pretty much bounce out of here if you're okay with that, Rissy.
Yes. Well, as long as we've whetted everyone's appetites for this Sunday.
Yes. Be here on Sunday. And if you are not a patron, please consider becoming one. You can go to patreon.com/Damsels of Dorkington.
$1.
Only $1 will totally get you access to this Sunday's podcast and other podcasts going forward. We're also working on other patron-only content for the future. So it's only going to get better. And yeah, so that will be coming down the pipeline. I'm hoping we'll be able to talk about those things soon. So that's another way we're trying to show you how thankful we are. So.
Oh my, yes. Oh, Justin says we are all thankful for the word skullfuck. Oh.
Amen.
Today's word is
skullfuck.
Skullfuck.
Fuck. Skull. Fuck. Skullfuck.
Skullfuck.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Well,
I mean, we should read some names though, right?
Sure. I mean, as usual,
thankful for people.
We can wrap this up by saying that is it for the official episode 67 of the Dork Pridecast. And we do want to thank Sarah Donner. Again, very thankful to Sarah Donner for allowing us to use music off of her latest album, Black Hole Heart. And you can find the Damsel of Dorkington on pretty much any manner of social media, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. You can search for us. And we also have a Facebook group that is Dork Pride Worldwide.
Check out our Patreon at patreon.com/Damsels of Dorkington, where besides becoming one of our favorite people, you can get access to rewards that are only available there, such as being on the list of super awesome patrons that we thank at the end of the podcast. Like these people, how should we thank them?
Horrible threats.
Oh, horrible threats. Like, right? Like, John hate. All right. Okay. Yeah. Like skull fucking. All right. Okay. John hate. I'ma kick you off the Golden Gate Bridge onto a bike without a seat. Oh shit. And Mary Henderson. I'm gonna put you in a barge of rusty nails.
A barge of rusty nails?
A barge.
I love it.
Specifically a barge of rusty nails. Joshua Griffiths. Ooh, I'm gonna get you, Joshua Griffiths. I'm gonna tie you down and force your eyes open and make you watch the Disney Channel for many hours, not the Disney movies, but only their terrible preteen attempts at comedy. That's what I'm gonna do to you for like 24 hours straight. And Richard Hirsch, I'm not through with you, Richard Hirsch. I'm gonna make you think we're doing a Mortal Kombat LARP, and then just like in Mortal Kombat 2, I'm gonna shove you into a pool of fake acid that's actual real acid, and only your skeleton will remain. Jessica Rowell, oh, I have such things planned for you guys. Oh man, the things that I will do to you. I will take one ovary from Jessica and one testicle from Josh and swap them out in you guys' bodies. So you'll have weird-ass gametes coming out of you. Yeah, that'll teach you. And for Sean Palmer, I've saved the best for last. Oh my. I will have you slowly lowered into a pit containing what, you speculate? A pit containing sharks with frickin' laser beams on their heads? No. A pit containing alligators? Nothing so pedestrian. Oh my, no. I will have you slowly lowered into a pit full of spikes that are tipped with lycanthrope blood. So you will be pricked by them and you will be forced to turn into some kind of were creature, and the sort of were creature is going to be a were poodle, and then you'll be eaten by the alligators in the pit, but only after you are deprived of opposable thumbs.
That is intense.
Thank you. It's your turn now.
You really like Sean Palmer. It is very obvious. I love that I'm going to have to do this all by myself since Amanda's not here. You bitch! I love you. Okay, so let's see. Darren Wilson, I'm gonna murder you in your dick. So, you know, there's that. Okay. April Barker, I'm gonna tit punch you until you hemorrhage on the inside of your boobs and die. Do we have to be killing them? Is this a killing or is this just violent?
It's just threats. It's just, okay. I mean, you could threaten to do anything.
I mean,
like,
sure.
You know, I threatened to inflict the Disney Channel on someone.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Okay. Stephen Kendall, I'm going to stick bamboo underneath your nails, but only like the tiniest amount, because that seems really mean and would probably make me pass out. So not a lot, but like a little. But then I'll just like slam them down and that'll hurt a lot. So sorry, not sorry. The great Luke Ski, I'm gonna take all your drawings and your cartoons that you've created and I'm gonna make them all spring to life, and then I'm gonna make them kill you.
Ooh.
Or at least
hoist by his own petard.
Beat you with their own mighty magiswords. At least. Jay Teller, I'm gonna make you wear tights that are so tights, that it cuts off your circulation and you have to have one of your feet amputated.
Damn, girl.
I'm feeling the power. You've inspired it in me. This is your fault, Rissy.
Excellent.
Wayne Walls, I'm gonna throw you down a well because we called you Wayne Wells for like 5 years. Is it Walls? Is it Wayne Wall? Wayne Wall? Oh, fucking man. I don't know.
What have you done? What have you done? You've infected my brain.
I'm gonna throw him down a well, though. That's what I'm doing. What? Yeah.
Wayne Wells, they called him because they threw him in a well.
Yeah, that sounds right. Okay. Eric Ruggles, I'm gonna make a mountain lion cuddle you and snuggle you because it rhymes with Ruggles. He's gonna snuggle you to death with his claws and his teeth.
I don't know if that's snuggling, but okay.
I mean, if he grabs him like this and he's like
that's
snuggling, but also going,
is a snuggly kitty.
It's a type of snuggling. It's aggressive snuggling. Zachary Drake, I'm gonna turn you into a tree. Call back, and then I'm gonna chop you down.
Oh shit!
That's right. Joe Louis, I'm gonna make you into a D&D character. I'm gonna turn you into a D&D character, and then I'm gonna be the DM, and I'm gonna puppet you and make you do all the crazy things that I want you to do. He's a DM for a lot of games. Don't worry. All right. Brandon, Katie, and Thomas David. I feel really bad involving Thomas in this. All right.
Make him watch.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna make all of Katie's art utensils come to life, like in Fantasia or some shit. And at first, it'll be fun. And Thomas will be like, this is so fun. And then they'll start coloring on Brandon and Katie and painting them. And Thomas will still be like, yay, mommy and daddy. And then they won't stop coloring. And then the skin will start peeling off from too much friction. And then Thomas will not be like, yay. And Brandon and Katie will cry and beg for it to stop. And it will, because I don't want Thomas to be an orphan. You're welcome.
Now his parents just got no skin is all.
It'll grow back. Shit, bitch, you don't know how skin works. Jenny and Ryan Wiedenbenner. Oh, you don't even understand. I am gonna dangle you over a cliff until you've both peed your pants, and then I'll pull you back up and let you live your life.
You were filming it though, weren't you?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm gonna jack off to it later.
The worst threat of all.
I mean, listen. Matt and Mattingly's Ice Cream Social. Oh my God, you guys. I'm gonna fuck these guys up so hard.
Should I hold your weave?
Yes. Also hold my baby.
I'll hold your baby.
First of all, Jacob, I'm just gonna kill him. He's out. But then Matt and Paul, I'm gonna make the Scoops have a party, and it's gonna be like this big improv jam party, and it's all the Scoops, and it's Paul and Matt, but it's not Jacob because he's already dead. It doesn't matter how, he's just dead. And then as the improv jam goes on, it's gonna get weirder and weirder, and people are gonna start taking off their clothes, and Paul and Matt are gonna be like, I mean, I guess, why not? Let's do this. We have to, yes, and. So by the end of it, everybody's naked, and then they just descend upon Paul and Matt, and they fuck them in the face until they're almost dead. But I want them to keep podcasting, so only almost dead. They can recover.
They might be too traumatized to podcast for a while.
Shut up. I'm telling this story.
Okay.
And last but not least is Melody Glatzel Smith. And let me tell you, I'm going to do the meanest thing to her. I am going to get an army of German Shepherd puppies, and they are going to attack her so hard that they just are adorable and lick her and jump up on her until she falls over and is covered in puppies and happiness and dies of happiness. And puppies.
Those are some good threats, Blythe.
Thank you. I maked them.
Josh says it felt like you were bleeding into the aristocrats there for a second.
The aristocrats.
Aristocrats.
It's in my blood. I have to sometimes.
That's true. Very, very accurate. Oh, David Rollo in the chat asks, what happens in a few days? Our Drunk Pridecast, sir, happens in a few days. Our podcast, but drunk.
Yes, we are going to get drunk, and we are going to podcast anyway. So Sunday at 8 p.m. Central Time, we will be right back here, and Amanda will be here with us next time.
But you have to be a patron to see the video feed. So, David Rollo, if you want for only the low, low price of $1 a month, you can join our Patreon. And, oh, he meant what has already happened in a few days from now. I really wish I knew that too.
One of us died because we drank too much and got too stupid.
Right? We died of the stupids.
Of the stupids. It's a legitimate
And
thing.
then Abraham Lincoln died of being hammered in the butt. He died from being hammered in the butt.
And that young boy's name was Albert Einstein.
We should end this.
I tried. You're mentioning the chat. Okay.
Well, I just wanted to answer the question, but apparently it's being posed by a time travel. All right, thanks for joining us, everyone. This has been episode 67 of the Dork Pridecast. We'll see you, hopefully, on Sunday. Deuces!
Jetpack.
Flat Earth!